In 1993, White and Mackay acquired Bruichladdich along with Jura. Seeing them as essentially the same thing, an island distillery, they chose to mothball Bruichladdich in January of 1995. Enter Mark Renier, a wine merchant who, upon opening an old bottle of Bruichladdich at a party he was hosting, became enamoured with the quality of the spirit and set out to buy the distillery, an acquisition he completed in the year 2000.
Sorry, it's not very warm in here. You'll definitely be warm after the tasting anyway. So what that piece of kit will do is it will weigh our barley in 40 kilogram doses. So every 40 kilograms it makes a metal clinking sound, which is the sound of that weigh machine tipping. So 40 kilos of that malt will then gather down here before being taken up this wooden column.
Coming from the wine industry, Mark is a firm appreciator of terroir, the integrity of the ingredients and their source. This is a core value still held close to Bruichladdich heart. All whisky produced at Bruichladdich is based on Scottish barley, around a third of which is grown on Islay. The majority of this is unpeated, but a minority is very heavily peated to approximately 80 ppm for the Octomore brand, and the Port Charlotte brand is made from a mixture of both unpeated and the heavily peated barley.
Do you see the level of activity in there? There's always an assumption with that there's something stirring it or aggravating it on the bottom, but in actual fact the only thing at the bottom of this is a hole which we use for draining it.
Wanting to stay true to the original soft and floral style, Bruichladdich still used the original cast iron open-topped mash tun, 6 Oregon pine washbacks and 2 pairs of stills with tall necks to give plenty of copper contact. The spirit is then cooled in shell and tube condensers. This distillation setup leads to a soft and light spirit, so although the mash bill may start with 80 ppm, they believe they lose about 2/3 of that phenol content through distillation. The distillery currently operates 9 to 10 mashes per week to produce 1 million litres of alcohol annually, but they have capacity to increase that up to 1.5 million. There is also a gin still in the corner for infusing the botanist gin with their botanicals recipe. Our tour guide Fraser did a great job of showing us around and sharing his enthusiasm for Bruichladdich. The tour finished in a dunnage warehouse where I searched the aging stocks for a leaky cask to smell semi-successfully. Next time I visit the distillery, I'll definitely be doing the warehouse tasting to get to try more of these wonderful whiskies in such a perfect setting.
That got you back. There you go. That's a 26-year-old Bruichladdich bourbon. So this is one of, I think, about 18 warehouses we've got. There's a couple of thousand casks in here. We've over between 70 and 75,000 at the minute, and again all within 2 miles. So we've got 12 warehouses here on site. Another 5 have just went up a quarter of a mile away. Those are the new ones that we didn't know if we'd be able to ever get. 10,500 casks each or something crazy levels. And then there's another few in Port Charlotte, again very small dunnage ones like this. We like to think of the casks as breathing, so they're letting out the angel's share, which is that lovely smell, but they're also kind of taking in their own surroundings. So.
It's going to be hard to beat. Afterwards, we were allowed to sample from a great selection of the distillery's expressions. Given the low tour price, this was really incredible value, and it gave me a chance to see terroir in action.
You want to add water? There's some. Okay.
So this one is the Organic 2009. That's more grassy, a little bit resinous, but not. You typically get a lot of grassy tones when it's rich in resinous wood. This is really subtle resin and loads more grass, I think. So that's quite fruity as well. It's got the kind of banana, herbaceous, bare barley. That one for me is taking more of a turn back towards toast, but it's like really buttery toast. There's a little like lemon zest to that, without the CO2, the kind of fruity freshness of the wash. That one's much hotter on the palate, more spice, pepper.
Okay.
So I think in terms of interest, for me, the Isla barley was the most interesting because it was so distinctly whole grain toast. But this one is a really nice middle ground. This one's really pleasant. So this one is the Laddie Valinch number 41. So it's based on Bruichladdich spirit, and it's an Oloroso cask. It's really soft and buttery. There's kind of a marzipan to it. It's really nice.
That smells like one I want to put in my mouth.
It's got plenty of warmth, but the warmth isn't abrasive. It's not like prickly warmth. It's just plenty of girth to it. Definitely need to take one of them away with me.
It's not too bad. I mean, the weather, this is kind of, it's not heard of this time of year, but it's...
I think this has definitely made a Bruichladdich convert of me.